Hey, what's going on, people? All right. I know you guys probably pumped up, excited. You will see me in a little bit. All right. I'm excited, man. Got John on tonight. All right. And the reason why I want you guys to be excited because you're about to get literally thousands of dollars worth of information for free, okay? And I was going to make this training just for inner circle members, Costa Rica intensive members, 15K formula members. You know how it goes. But I wanted to be a little bit different and a little bit weird tonight on this hangout, and the reason why I wanted to do that because we're about to do something very powerful on helping you transition into really the person that you want to be before you even get there, all right. And before I even got started, I didn't have a clear intention on what exactly that I want to do with this business. I didn't have a clear intention on even making 10K per month. But I accidentally stumbled across a formula from searching around on Google, all right. And, I landed on this blog, right, and it was this guy who just kept popping up in my email. And as I constantly kept getting these emails, as I constantly kept doing research, looking for work from home opportunities, you know, I honestly did not know what I wanted to do while doing research. I just wanted to, make money, and maybe there's some of you guys right here tonight, who probably still haven't locked arms with us yet. All right, it's probably somebody on the team that have no clear intention on what exactly they want to do with this. And, I just want to help the brand new person that's watching this right now. I want to help you really get some type of clarification on what exactly is that you want. All right, and the funny part is you may want something, but it may not be the right thing for you. Okay, if you really are that person right now, you're watching this, you see these two young guys, you see him looking cool, his snapback, look like he, making $1 million over there. All right, and you probably look at us, you probably like, okay, who is these kids? Why should we listen to them? Well, I'm just letting you know right now, I just turned 20 years old. All right, may not seem like it, but yeah, I just turned 20. Okay, 20 years old. That's it. Okay, I was just 19 and doing way bigger things than what I am doing now. The reason why I say now because I took a break from this marketing stuff, guys. I started focusing on my team. But if you pay attention to this entire training by the end, you're gonna be able to do exactly what I've been doing for the last past month. I mean, literally every single day. Okay, imagine being able to just pull away from business for a minute and just know that everything is going fine because you set an intention as soon as you woke up that morning. You set an intention as soon as you sent out that email, as soon as you put out a blog, as soon as you put out an ad. And listen to everything I'm saying. No matter what you're doing, you need what we're talking about. So I want to pass it over to John because John got a lot he wants to say too. We actually haven't mastermind in a little bit. It's been probably what, a couple months, bro.
It's been a while, bro, man. And I just want to say, if you guys are watching this hangout and you're on Demetrius's team, listen to this guy. This guy is 19 years old. I remember when I first got online, bro, and I seen you, and I'm like, I seen you all over the search engines, these blogs popping up, and then somehow or another we actually became friends and became actually a part of, a movement together. And one thing that I realized, it made me feel good because at the time, I'm 23 years old now, but at the time I was 22, and you were 19 years old, just killing it. And it made me feel good. Like, I felt like, our youth have some type of hope, because a lot of these kids out here these days, they thinking they got to do, the wrong negative kind of things to make money. And when I came online and I saw that that's not the case at all, right? I could still be on a hangout like this one, wear a snapback, be able to make money, being able to be myself, dress how I want to dress and stuff like that. And I want to let you know right now, if you're on this hangout, you're at the right place at the right time, right? Because it's been a year and a half now since I worked a 9 to 5 job. I used to work as a security guard, making bro, I'm making 8.50 an hour.
That's crazy,
Eight
bro.
fifty an hour as a
It's been almost 2 years for me too, bro. Like since I touched the
bro.
job.
A lot of people they don't think it's possible. I can remember when I went last week. I went to the check cashing place, and they were giving me a hard time to actually cash my check because they felt like they never seen a check like this before. So after they called up the manager, they did all this calling and stuff like that, and they realized that the check was actually legit. They ended up having to give me my money, but the moral of the story was I was standing there for about 30 minutes, bro. And because everybody else worked a 9 to 5 job, they was just giving them their money, with no problem because they're like, all right, it's a 9 to 5 job. We see the name of the company here. Let me just give you the money. But since my business was an online business and they see that I'm making money independent of time, it raised a red flag to them. And these people are like about anywhere from 30 to 50 years old. And I can remember standing there, I'm saying to myself, wow, I'm walking out of here with all this money and they still got to sit there at the desks you know what I mean, for the next 5 hours or whatever hours, you know, waiting to go home. And that it really hit me that day, because I was saying, you know, with this business, yo, you know, the whole the process that I went through is similar to yours, because I learned similar things that you learned, like SEO and stuff like that. And I realized, I'm like, wow, you know, I don't have to no longer sit at nobody's desk or sit at nobody's job anymore, being told what I'm worth. You know what I'm saying? So all I did was I came online one day and I made a decision. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something different than most people are doing. Instead of working a 9 to 5 job for the next 30 years, you know, having to clock in, listen to a boss, you know, I had to ask my boss if I could use the bathroom. I had to ask if I could go on lunch break. And the lunch break was about 45 minutes. And, you know, that brings me to where I am now, being able to work 2 to 4 hours a day from home. You know, I could take off if I want to, because the residual income just continues to come in. And, you know, it's kind of like a dream, because it's like, wow, am I actually doing this now? You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, you know, I appreciate you having me come out on this hangout, man. And I just want to say, anybody's watching this, you know, if you're on Demetrius's team, or if you're not on his team yet, make sure you lock arms with him, right? Make sure you lock arms with us, because the movement that we have together right now is literally blowing up, right? There's people who's coming online having more success than ever before. There's people who's coming online realizing that they could be who they want, dress how they want, you know, speak how they want to speak, you know, of course, you know, with some type of manners, and they're still making thousands of dollars a month. When, you know, every other company out there, you know, you have to dress all stush and, you know, be somebody that you don't want to be. And truthfully, you know, looking at the bank account, you could tell that, you know, it's possible to do whatever you want and still make money.
Yeah, bro, and that's one of the things that really just attracted me to not just Empower Network and, you know, MCA and what we got going on as a whole, but that's really what just attracted me to this industry as a whole. I just saw how natural some people were. I'm not gonna say everyone, but there was a lot of people who just, you know, pure in what they do. And I noticed that, like, literally every single thing people do in business, they tie it back to their life story. I mean, imagine getting on a video from a guy you probably just found in the search, and I promise you the first thing he's going to talk about is his story on how he got started and on how he joined. And, you know, I really didn't understand why people did it at first. All right, I didn't understand why people do it in trainings. I didn't understand, you know, why people just, you know, rant on about that story 24/7, not really getting to the point, not really having a clear intention on what the hell they want to talk about. All right, and, you know, so I'm just sitting around for about like what 5 minutes watching this video, and, you know, when I started watching that video, he said something that hit me. He said he started buying and reselling iPhones. I said, okay, I'm going to listen now, because I used to do that. Okay, and, you know, sometimes that's what people need to hear. All right, for them to really pick up the ball and get it rolling. All right, some people just need to hear that little story from your past experience that's gonna say, you know what, I want to do this. I want to take action. How do I get started? All right, because there's someone listening right now. Depending on what I just said, you may get that commission notification from an email. You may get that commission notification, you know, when they click the link below. All right. But see, here's what you're gonna mostly fail at. All right, and I don't want to say fail, but I'm just being real. Here's what most people really fail at. They don't really position themselves for the breakthrough that they want. All right, they don't position themselves for, you know, hangouts like these. They don't position themselves for any of this stuff, because guess what? The same people that hit that exit button, you know, that leave, they go back to Facebook, share the same dumb videos that make them no money at all. All right. You know, that's why this is one of the most important trainings, because you have to change the way you think. Okay, you got to change the way you think. If you decide to change the way you think tonight, you know, humble down for a minute, you can go out there and get your first sale right now, okay? And I'm not going to guarantee you that, but you can do some magical things once you finally decide to just figure out what exactly is that you want to do here, okay? If you came here just to make money, okay, there's literally hundreds of opportunities that will allow you to make money. Hundreds. Okay, and a lot of people who make no money at all, they promote hundreds of opportunities, all right, because they don't know exactly is what they want. Okay, so you need to ask yourself, what do you want to make 5,000 per month for? Like, ask yourself right now, what do I want to make $5,000 per month for? Okay, ask yourself that. Okay, will $5,000 per month, you know, get you the lifestyle that you want? Will it get you more time? Will it get you, you know, more time with your wife? Will it get you more time with your family? Will it get you literally just more time, period? Because once you get more time, you now can work on you. Once you get more time, you now can get plenty of money. You now get all the things you want once you get time. Just know that some people are gonna purposely waste your time, and they're not worth it. Okay, so you need to position yourself before they even inbox you. Position yourself before they even find your video. And before I actually got started and even learned any of the stuff I'm talking about now, I used to always introduce myself as founder of MCA Network Academy. Literally every single video, you would never ever just hit me coming in and coming in.
Demetrius, you're chipping out a little bit, bro.
Very boring because.
Bro, you're chipping out a little bit.
Huh?
All right, there you go. You're good now. I can hear you now.
Yeah. So yeah, I would literally just get on video and start recording. No script, no anything. All right. Because when you know exactly what you want to do by that video, you know what you need to say, not word by word, but you know exactly how to communicate with people to make them do exactly what you want them to do. And you're gonna do it unconsciously. You're not gonna plan on doing stuff when you get on video, guys. I'm telling you, apply this training right now, okay? I'm telling you, by the time you go through this whole entire training, you'll become a better blogger. You'll become a better speaker. You'll become a better communicator, period, all right? Which is going to allow you to make that $5,000 per month like you want to, all right? And, the funny part is me and John actually made a 5-figure per month income from the same thing, from YouTube videos, okay? So I want John to really, give you his approach on how he, really starts off his content. How do you get people to do exactly what you want to do by, setting your intentions clear?
Basically, man, I look back on the videos that I made when I first got started and I compare it to where I am now. And I look back and I say, wow, I wasn't as confident as I am now, but yeah, I was still popping a lot of sales. And it made me say to myself, what was the reason? And the reason was exactly what you said. I always shared my story. I told them one of the first things I told them always was why I even got started in the business in the first place, right? A lot of times we make a decision, we get started in the business, and then for some reason we don't get on a video and tell other people why we even got started, right? That's one of the main downfalls I see with most people is the very thing that got them started, they're not willing to share that with other people to cause them to get started. A lot of times people were joining me in business, they'd be like, bro, I just joined you. What is this about? They didn't even know what the business was about, but they joined me. You know why? Because they could relate to my story. They were able to relate to where I came from and the reasoning as to why I got started and to, the reason behind why I said, where I was going to go. And I look back those videos and I'm like, wow, that was like my first couple videos. And up to this day, of course, I'm more of a better communicator. But what really got me to that level is the Inner Circle product inside of EN. And what I would do is listen to those audios every single night, listen to 6, 7, and 8-figure earners, the leaders within the company or whatever. And what it was doing was subconsciously getting my mind to think as if I was a millionaire. It was subconsciously getting me to think like a CEO instead of being, thinking like the security guard way of thinking that I was thinking before. So a lot of people, they wonder, how is it that listening to audios, how is it that listening to powerful calls is going to step their game up and step up their communication in a way that makes people want to buy from them on the spot? And I'm going to tell you why. The reason is because, could you imagine, most people, you're around certain friends, right? Let's just say you work a 9-to-5 job. And most times the people that you're around on a daily basis is going to pretty much, give or take, going to be the average amount of money that you're going to be making too. So if you hang around 5 broke people, you're going to be the 6th broke person. Why? Because you guys all speak a similar language. You guys all talk the same way. You guys all, probably have work the same day. You guys probably go on lunch break together. So you don't have anybody around you that's making way more money than you to tell you, look, this is how I got to this point. Or look, this is how I went from broke to becoming a millionaire. Or look, this is how I went from broke to becoming a leader online. So when I popped in those audios and I started listening to those audios, what happened was it was as if I had a 6 or 7 and 8-figure earner talking to me every day. You know what I mean? And that was something that I didn't have in my personal life. I didn't have somebody who was making, 8 figures or 7 figures a year talking to me on a daily basis. So could you imagine having somebody who's making 7 figures or 8 figures a year telling you their principles, sharing their wisdom with you, sharing their knowledge with you, telling you step by step exactly how it is that they got to where they are? What's going to happen is it's going to cause a shift in your mentality. It's going to cause a shift in your belief. It's going to cause a shift in your approach to your business. Right? And this is some deep level stuff that a lot of people don't realize. But for me, I didn't take that for granted because you know, I felt good knowing that I had somebody who was having that much success in their life, you know, living a freedom lifestyle that could, you know, I could listen to them and you know, preach as if I'm talking to them on the phone, right? So within that inner circle audio, what started to happen was over time, my communication skills went up, right? I started understanding, okay, the reason, even though I was subconsciously sharing my story in the videos before, I started to realize, oh, okay, that's why people were joining me. Because storytelling isn't something that's a new phenomenon, right? This thing has been going on for years now. You know, you look at a kid, and the easiest way to get a kid to listen to you is by storytelling, right? A lot of times, some kids, you know, they get a book read to them at night before they go to bed, right? Because why? That story, you know, it kind of makes them zone out, and it relaxes them, it calms them down. And I'll never forget, I just want to share a story real quick, actually, you know, being that we're talking about stories. I remember a couple years ago when I was 18 years old, my dad used to work at this real estate office, and the owner of the office, it was a Jewish guy. His name was Alan. Dude was making so much money, 8 figures a year easily, right? Dude was a multimillionaire, and I remember my dad saying, you know, I want you to talk to him because I see that you're into entrepreneurship, you're into, you know, being your own boss and stuff. So I want you to talk to this guy so you could kind of pick his brain and you could learn for the future. So I'm only 18 years old now, and he brings me inside the real estate office, and I'll never forget it. He took me to this back room, and where the real estate owner was, and you know, I seen him. I shook his hand. He's like, "Oh, hey, Jonathan," or whatever, and then we sat at this table, right? And I'll never forget it. My dad was sitting next to me, and he was sitting across from me. And I asked him, I said, you know, Alan, you know, I heard a lot of great things about you. My dad, you know, made a lot of money with you and stuff like that. But how is it that even though, you know, the housing market is going down, how is it that you stay afloat? What is it that's keeping you consistently successful and stuff like that? And he said, he looked at me dead in my eyes across the table, and he said, you know what, Jonathan? He said, honestly, he said, every single year I spend thousands and thousands of dollars on classes, on books, on seminars from people in the real estate game who are making a lot of money, a lot more money than I am. And, you know, at that time, I didn't know what he meant by that. But now when I look at it, and when he's told me he spent thousands of dollars every single year on just knowledge, on just education. And because he got that education, he was able to sustain even the worst of times in the real estate or in the real estate business. Right. So it's no difference here when you talk about products like the Inner Circle. You know, that product is actually worth, I would think that product is worth like at least $10,000, Demetrius. What you think, bro? Honestly, bro, because I had some things on those calls, and it's
I
like
mean, they should put an infinity or something on it because
there's no price tag on that.
the value doesn't stop. I mean, literally one audio will be worth $100, and then they'll come back and do a Monday night call, and then literally somebody will get results from that audio from listening to somebody. Then you got somebody else getting on getting results. It just, you got literally constant leaders just pouring information into your ear and just literally constantly giving you value after value after value, and that is the key. You have to take in value because you probably was listening in on this hangout, but you probably did not take in the information that you need, all right? Because you're probably about to go back to Facebook, hit that exit button, which you shouldn't be doing, all right? This is why you got to stay focused and, you know, set a clear intention on exactly what you want, all right? Because if you really honestly do want to succeed on this team, if you honestly do, you know, want to succeed inside of John's team, well, you need to listen to him, all right? This is something I learned from just, you know, watching people. This is something I learned from just, you know, watching John. Let me give you a story. I actually used to be the worst email marketer ever. I used to send out an email probably like an open rate of probably like 2%. Probably like 2%, all right? I like a mailing list of probably about like 12,000 people, okay? I actually had to start a new mailing list because AWeber shut down my old account for whatever weird reason, all right? So, yeah, that's like literally a lot of leftover money on the table. But make a long story short, I did not have what I need to do to succeed in this business because I was getting a lot of sales, but I realized that the real money is within the following and the influence because once people buy from you, they have a choice to become a customer, they have a choice to become a friend or family or a fan. And the key is people turn a customer into a fan. F-A-N, a fan, all right? And the reason why you want to turn a customer into a fan because they will unconsciously start listening to you and following you without you being there. Okay? And how do you turn a customer into a fan? Well, you can't stop with just selling to people. You got to keep providing that same person value.
Yep.
Value, okay? But if you decide to, you know, take what I tell you tonight on this, you know, call, hangout, conference, whatever you want to call it, because like I haven't done out one of these things in a while, all right? It's been so long, okay? And the reason why it's been so long, guys, because we've been doing bigger stuff for the team. We've been doing a lot bigger stuff than just hangouts. We've been doing a lot of bigger stuff than just conference calls, okay? We have literally been, scaling up $1 million plan within the next 7 months that I want to help this team get to, and I honestly believe that everyone on this team can see that breakthrough if they decide to just listen, okay? And guys, that is the key. If you can just listen, you can succeed. If you can listen, you can succeed, okay? Kind of like how you go to work, you listen to your boss, except you're not succeeding, okay? You're not succeeding, all right? You're just lowering your standards. You're just taking crap from somebody who don't even give a crap about you, all right? It's time to make a change. It's time to make a difference, all right? And that's why I decided, to relaunch what exactly you're looking at right now, okay? The other time, this webinar page you're looking at right now, it used to be this full white background, didn't have, buy buttons you could click on, didn't have banners you could get distracted by, all right? And, it was a point in time we actually didn't even know how to do a Google Hangout, all right? So that just give you a little bit background on how far I came, okay? Because I wasn't always this, wise 20-year-old kid crushing the leaderboards, on a hangout with a soon-to-be millionaire. All right, soon-to-be millionaire. All right, what's it called? The Millionaire Mind Network.
Millionaire Mind Network.
Yeah, Millionaire Mind Network. All right. Yeah, the Millionaire Mind Network, guys. So we sincerely and truly believe that if you guys do walk away with this thing and find out exactly what it is you want, find out why you want to make $5,000 per month. Say I want this house, I want this condo. Find out how much it costs. Say I want this car. Find out how much it costs.
Yeah.
Find out everything that you want and see how much it costs, and you tie down your expenditures to how much money you're making per month. And this way, you do not live and walk by, okay, I want to make $5,000 per month. You live and walk by, okay, I need to get my condo next. I need to get my car next. I need to make sure this is taken care of next. I need to put money in my kids' college funds next, okay? And once you start really and walking by living by those exact words that I said, you will see that it will magically start appearing in your life. Kind of like how I'm about to move into my condo literally within probably like 2 weeks, all right? Guys, I'm just studying and reading from people and studying from people who can, really just expand my belief level, okay? Because, guys, once you start making money, I mean $5,000 a month is nothing. $5,000 a month would be so small once you actually start helping people succeed. Okay, once you start actually helping people succeed without them doing all the grind or without them doing all the hard technical work like setting up websites, getting on video trying to persuade people to buy stuff, when you can actually help people do that, okay, and it just keeps going over like a cycle that just keeps continuing, keep continuing, okay, it's kind of like how a video does, playing on a DVD almost, all right. You can never, ever, ever, ever have to worry about another person on your team suffering again, all right? So that is exactly why you need to set a clear intention on how many people you need to get to this video, okay? And here's why. Okay, see, I discovered a long time it's not easy if I didn't know exactly how to do it, okay? And, make a long story short, once you start following the people who are getting the results you want, your team will start following you, where you get the results, okay? And it was a guy named Rod on my team. He was on my team for almost like 3 months. 3 months, okay? He inboxed me one day. He finally decided to reach out to me for help. It's just sometimes you recruit people, they think they can do everything on their own. I love ambitious people like that, but people, we can never do this on our own. We all need someone, to, reach out to or help. Okay, there's nothing wrong with help. But make a long story short, he inboxed me one day, right? And, he wanted to figure out what exactly was I doing to make sales. He didn't want traffic. He didn't want leads. He wanted to know what exactly was I doing to make sales. Okay, so I sent Rod to this video. I got a very bad habit of just sending people to videos for some reason. So big my partner, all right? I sent him to this video. He was watching this video to the end, all right? And he knew by the end of that video, blogging was important. You see how that fast he re-altered his thinking into blogging is important to I want sales? No, now he wants to become a master at blogging. So I didn't hear from Rod again. Months later, I see Rod over YouTube, all over YouTube. I see him on blog. I see him bringing me
taking action. Yep.
Taking action, all right? Because he set a clear intention to find out exactly what it is he needs to succeed.
Right there, stop what you
Okay.
just said, bro. You see, that's the difference with most people. You see, if you don't know something, there's a difference between not knowing it and not being willing to seek the information. And that's where I was in my business. When I first got started, bro, Demetrius, I didn't know what a lead was, bro, until 2 to 3 weeks after I got started in the business. I didn't know what a lead was. And, look at where I am now. Look at how much I've learned. But a lot of times, we get into a business and we get overwhelmed. But if you just honestly just focus on one thing, focus on what Demetrius is telling you. If you're on his team, focus on whatever it is that he's telling you to do. And just focus, because you have Google, you have YouTube, you have so many means of learning how to do step by step exactly what to do. Now, he's of course going to train you every step of the way, but at the same time, when you learn a little more, you can learn even more, right? The more I learned, the more I was able to research and dig a little further, right? I'll learn what this meant, I'll learn what that meant, and then I'll be all right, so now that I learned what this means, now I could research that. You know what I mean? So as you go along, you're only going to get better. You're going to increase your knowledge base. And when you increase your knowledge base and you start to master a strategy, you could take action on it every single day. And then that's when your intention is set. Now, most people, they get into a business and they say, let's say I want to make $10,000 a month, right? Now, you would pull out the calculator. Let's say I'm pulling out the calculator right now. I'm going to do the math really quick. And $10,000 a month divided by 30 days, because I like to focus on, it's better to focus on the daily goal. You don't want to focus on the
One of my
monthly goal.
favorite activities right here, man. Scaling. That's
Yeah,
like one of my
exactly.
favorite activities. Scaling up, boy.
Scaling up is crazy. You want to focus on the daily goal. If I know I want to make $10,000 a month, or let's just say $15,000 a month, what that means is I have to make $500 a day, right? Plain and simple, right? You're not going to know how to hit your goal unless you know your daily goal, because that's easier to hit than focusing on this large, big number. So now 10,000 divided by 30 is what? It's $333, right? So I know if I make $333, I'm at 5 figures a month, guys. It's that easy. So now I say, okay, what strategy do I have in place that's going to allow me to make that $333 every single day? What can I build on every single day that's going to compound and allow me to make $333 a day? Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, if you focus on a strategy and you master it, you won't wake up in the morning looking in front of your computer saying, what do I do next? You will immediately wake up in the morning, you'll know, all right, I got to do this blog post, I got to do this video, and these are the steps I need to take to rank it, period. That's it, period. And you say, all right, I'm going to wake up for the next 30 days or 60 days straight. I'm going to do a video for the next 60 days straight. You're only talking about 2 to 4 hours a day, if that, right? And when you get better and better at it, it takes about 30 minutes to an hour to do. So now, if you could wake up every single morning knowing that if you do X, Y, Z, you're going to be able to make $333 a day, let's say, for example, there goes your $10,000 a month that easily, right? But you need to have a system in place. When I say a system, I mean like a strategy in place that's scalable so that you can know and be able to predict your numbers so the intentions are set. You know what I'm saying, Demetrius? And that's all I did, bro. That's all I did. I just studied one thing. I got really good at it. And every single day, I get in front of my computer and I know exactly what to do to scale up my traffic, to scale up my exposure, to scale up my sales, to scale up my leads, and it becomes a science. That's how you want the business to become. You want the business to become a science where it's like you're not wondering, all right, how the hell do you make $10,000 a month? You know the exact math and the means to do it. So that's powerful stuff, bro.
Exactly. Guys, this stuff is not, I don't know why people think it's, like, they think it's magic for real, bro. Like, they think, we wake up one morning and we see commissions because we invested into a higher end product. We paid more money for something. No, we paid money for education, and we took education and we created our own principles. Okay? We created our own principles. I mean, we created our own strategies with the principles we learned. All right, let me stress that part. Because, guys, once you really just learn principles, I mean, strategies are always good. Like Johnson, strategies are great. But once you learn a principle, you will never have to worry about finding a strategy. Like, I'm going to give y'all some some real high-end SEO information real quickly. And the funny part is I don't have to do a screencast to let you guys know how to rank in the search engine literally within seconds. You want to rank on Google fast as possible? Have a high retention rate with less views as possible. High retention rate with less views as possible, and literally post that link on every website 2.0 website out there. All right, and that's kind of how I just set and clear intention for at least, I want to say, 5 sales a week, just from ranking at least one YouTube video. All right, one YouTube video get me at least 5 sales a week. All right. But see, if you really do exactly what John just told you, You would go to Google keyword research, find you some keywords, find out what's good, what's a good topic for you to really speak on, all right? Because I don't want to overcomplicate this for the brand new person that's listening in right now, all right, who's actually probably about to refer someone to this hangout. Like I told you to, you could, guys, by the way, you could share this page just by adding your username to the end. You know, share it on Facebook, send out an email, and you can get people to the same exact video and actually start making money like literally right now. But make sure you click the button below and get in, all right, so you don't miss out on any commission. But make a long story short, if you can really decide how many people you want to get to this video, all right, from whatever keywords you want, imagine someone opening that email one day and the same video that you're watching right now, they decide to click that button, okay? But if you're getting at least 10 leads per day, and let's say this video plays on like the third day of the message campaign, okay? And you guys will be finding more out finding out more about that as you get into the Academy and the Millionaire Mind Network, all right? But make a long story short, imagine just waking up one morning and someone clicks and start watching the same exact video, all right? Because it will be recorded. See, that's the power of leveraging a system, leveraging a strategy, leveraging science to the internet, okay? Because there are guys, literally real people day by day, just like me and John, behind these computers, looking for a way to change their life, looking for a way, you know, to find a breakthrough, looking for a way to just show the next person how to duplicate success, you know, looking for a way to show the next person exactly what it takes to start making money, not tomorrow, not the day after, but literally right now, okay? And, you know, the funny part is, I didn't understand duplication. Once again, I did not understand duplication. I didn't. I thought it was just simple as sending people to a video, making sure this link is working, making sure the web page is working correctly, all right? But the minute I really decided to just do exactly what the successful people were doing, that's when I saw success. The minute I decided to write blogs exactly how this person writing blogs, the minute I decided to go on John's list, look at how his emails are looking, I'm trying to figure out why is John, you know, bolding this word, why is he highlighting this word, you know, it all started making sense to me. You gotta really, really talk in a way that people really understand you, so they can see the vision before you even get started. And that's really how you just pick a number, how much money you want to make per month, and that's how you just go out there and do it. If you want to make at least $200,000 per month, you can do it. The reason why I haven't made $200,000 per month yet, because I don't want to. Here's why I don't want to. Because guys, I make more than enough money already, and it's hard making the type of money I make. And here's why it's hard. I mean, honestly, I don't know what to do with it. That's why it's hard. I don't know what to do with it. Right. Adding value to my brain. All right. Keep adding value to my brain. That's it.
But you just brought up a crazy point. You said you just observe what the leaders are doing. You observe what people who are getting results are doing. That in itself is worth gold, because you know, when you think of, I could think of even sports, right? I could relate this to sports, and a lot of times when you think of a championship team, right, especially in you know, football, basketball, a lot of time when a team is trying to, you know, really win the championships, right? They're not trying to just go to the playoffs. They're trying to win the championship. What do? They'll watch recordings and observe the championship team and watch how they play against other teams. But why do they do that? So that they can have a set way of playing them when they actually get out there and play them in that championship game. They're trying to observe exactly what the patterns are of that team to be able to know how to go against them to beat them. And what Demetrius just said is that he observed leaders. People are getting results. That's all he does, just observes them and just listen to them, right? And it's not about, you know, trying to, you know, I got to listen to these people. It's not about that. You know, you got to drop the ego. These people, you learn from them, and just simply observing from them is going to allow you to say, okay, all right, that's how I'm supposed to do that. The way I was doing it probably wasn't right. Okay, let me try to do it. Let me see how it works if I model them, right? Not copy them, but if I model the way that they do it, let me see the results that I'm getting, right? So, you know, that comes simply, it is simple observation. When I first got into the business, man, all I did was I listened to my sponsor, I listened to my mentor. He told me, he said, the first thing he told me is, bro, you got to get into blogging and do videos. And I didn't understand the power behind it. I didn't understand what's so powerful about blogging and videos. All right, but number one, Google is the #1 most trafficked website in the world. That's number one. Number two, I believe YouTube is either number second or the third most trafficked website in the entire world, right? The entire world, which means people from all parts of the world are constantly viewing YouTube, right? And when you think about that, what that means is that you want to get a piece of that pie. You want to get a piece of that traffic. right? And the best way to do it is to learn what we learned, which was search engine optimization. I mean, of course, you could get into paid traffic and stuff like that if you have the means right away to do all that stuff and test and tweak. But to be able to have consistent traffic flowing into your funnel, consistent traffic flowing into your offer, your product, whatever it is that you're trying to, your service, whatever it is that you're trying to sell, you have to find a way to position yourself to be in front of the people who are looking for exactly that, right? It's a difference compared to what I used to do, Demetrius. I used to go to like Starbucks and meet up with people and like, you know, write down a list of friends and family that I knew and write down my mom's name and like my grandmother's name and put their number there, right, to call them about my business. But the truth is they don't give a damn about your business. They're not looking for the next online marketing business. They're not looking for a way to earn residual income. What they know is a 9-to-5 job, so that's what they know. But guess what? When I got online and I realized that, wow, there are millions of people literally just like me and you every single day searching for an online opportunity, searching for a way to make 100% commissions, searching for a way to be able to expand their knowledge base, be able to make money independent of time, be able to travel the world, be able to make commissions to your phone, you know, while laying out on the beach and stuff like that, whatever you're doing, sleeping, waking up to commissions. There are millions of people out there every single day searching for ways to do that. So the most logical way to be able to get a piece of that pie and be able to make lots of money is to get in front of those people. And what was Demetrius talking about? You were talking about earlier, you said how to get in front of those people is by keywords, simple keywords. 9 times out of 10, if you're on Demetrius's team right now, you found them through a video or a blog post. I'm telling you that right now. And I'm not a psychic, but I know that. Right? Same thing here. You found me through a video or a blog post. Why? Because you were searching for exactly what I had to offer, right? And somehow or another, magically, you just ran right into me. And that's where the magic happens. Because right now, as I'm on this Hangout, I have videos right now playing for me. There's somebody in the UK. There's somebody in Africa.
Somebody is going to join, and they know how they found us, and they still want to take action on blogging or doing videos.
Right.
See, that's why it's very good to set a clear intention on what you want to join for. So before you even decide to click that buy button, I don't want you to do it yet. I want you to wait. All right? And here's why I want you to wait. Ask yourself before you hit that buy button, before you get straight into the inner circle, or else we're not working with you, all right? And, you know, here's why we're not going to work with you unless you're in the inner circle. We want to know that you're serious. We want to know that you're dedicated. We want to know that you have an intention to succeed on this team and not bullshit around. We want to know that you have an intention on this team to just go out there and crush it and do whatever it takes to provide for your family, all right? And I'm going to look directly at the camera so you know I'm serious when I say this, all right? There's literally people out here hurting, and they see a movement like this with 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds making more money than they made in 1 month and 1 day. And 1 day, what you made in 1 month, we make in 1 day. So why not hit that buy button? Why not just, you know, read the income disclaimer and, you know, see what other people are doing besides us, okay? Because I'm telling you, if you decide to re-listen to this and watch it over and over, you will know exactly what you want from this training, all right? And that's exactly how you set a clear intention. You know, we're going to, you know, cap it off right there. You got anything else you want to say, bro?
I just want to say, man, just make a decision because, you know, you just got to believe in yourself. You know, belief. You just got to have belief. One thing about me when I first came online is I just believed. I seen the skinny person making money. I seen the fat person making money. I seen the bald-headed guy making money. I seen the ugly dude making money. I saw the flashy dude making money. All these different types of people, money from all walks of life. And all I came to myself is, why not me? Why not me? You know, how serious am I? Do I truly want to stay living paycheck to paycheck? Do I truly want to, you know, cap off my true potential? Am I going to get to a point in my life where I say, what if I would have just followed my dreams and stayed the course? Or am I going to make a decision to do whatever it takes to get to that freedom lifestyle? Am I going to make a decision to do whatever it takes to hit that $5,000, $10,000 a month? Maybe you're watching this Hangout right now and you have kids watching you. Maybe you want to spend more time with your kids. Maybe you want to spend more time with your family, with your friends. Maybe you haven't been on a vacation for the last 10, 5 years. And maybe you see us, we've taken, you know, this past year I took over 7 vacations. Right, and there's people who literally, I know people personally who haven't taken a vacation in over 10 years. When you look at that and you say, you have to say that's not life, right? That's not what life is truly about. Life is about living. Life is about giving value to other people, contributing to other people. Not just, when I say contributing, I don't mean just give somebody, you know, $1 million cash. What I mean is give somebody $1 million cash in knowledge that they can apply to anything that they do from that point on, right? So make a decision right now. Click the link below. If you're not a part of the movement yet, if you're not a part of the MCA Academy or the Millionaire Mind Network movement, click the link below, right? Because we're going to grow, right? We're going to continue to grow into the thousands and then to the tens of thousands and into the hundreds of thousands of people because we're not going nowhere, right? And this is John Belcher, guys. And Demetrius Gorham, man, I appreciate you for having me coming out on this hangout, man.
Yeah, no problem, bro. We'll definitely be hopping on another one of these probably, I want to say, what, 2 weeks or maybe next week or something. Yeah, bro, it's been a long ride, bro. We still pushing, what, a year and a half now? Been doing
Year and a half, bro. No job.
Unemployed. But yeah, bro, let's go to get out this thing, bro. All right, people, let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments in the group, and John will link up after this, bro, later.
No doubt, brother.
All right.